What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Daft Previews. I've got two picks. I've got two leans to take you through today. That sounds interesting. Let's go.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice and the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.
Before we jump into the picks, we do have to recap the day that was. I apologize. Didn't get a video out for you guys yesterday. Kids are a little bit sick, so nobody in this house been sleeping. But I did share all of my straight picks on the free plan of Winnable. Hopefully you guys signed up to that and you managed to cash out. Overall, went 4-1 on all the straight picks yesterday. 2.4 units up on straight picks alone. VIP, though, we did lose a couple of units, 1.6 units to be exact. And that's because a lot of the value players didn't cash away that I wanted to. But the reads are looking good. And as long as the straight picks are hidden, I'm in a good place. Let's talk about it. 4-1 of those straight picks. Our only loser of the day was Ryan Rollins. Took him for over 14.5 points and assists. And look, bad read. I didn't anticipate Giannis doing everything today. A historic game from Giannis. What can you say? Rollins, though, he is seeing consistent minutes. He's going to see the opportunities without Dame. This is going to be a bet that I do take again in the future, provided he gets the right matchup. Didn't hate the bet. Obviously hate that I lost because who likes winning? I mean, who likes losing? But speaking of winning, did cash a couple. Alex Sarr over 5.5 rebounds. He finishes with 6. He had plenty of time to get more, but he sucks at rebounding, I swear. It was frustrating watching this guy, but this was a plus money play, so happy to get the win there. Donovan Clingan took him for over 10.5 boards. This was an easy cash. He started well, played high minutes. Took Rui Hachimura for over 11.5 points. He absolutely murders this line. That was the easiest cash of the night. And we bet on Zach Edey over 19.5 points and rebounds. Crushed the boards. So close to getting the double-double that we put a little bit of money on, but look, we'll take the win. So I sent out the straight picks to the free plan because I didn't create a video. And I did that to let a lot of the guys see what they're missing out on, I guess. Like, what does it look like? You get a taste of that. So hopefully a lot of you guys signed up and cashed out. We're up 32 units on straight picks alone since the start of March. So we're looking at just over 4 weeks worth of data there. We've got a 60% hit rate on that. I'll put a screenshot of it here. 32 units, a 12.4% return. Straight betting right now is better than it ever has been throughout this NBA season. So I'm enjoying that. If you are interested in accessing my straight picks, you can sign up below. It'll cost you $1 a day. The link for that's in the video description below. Go ahead and check it out. Now let's get into these two picks, shall we? Let's go. So we're jumping into Props Madness, the best tool you're going to find if you like betting on NBA player props, advanced data, all that type of good stuff. You get a 7-day free trial and you get 25% off if you use the code DAFT when you sign up. Go ahead and check it out. I've also got a couple of tutorials on the channel as well if you want to learn how to use this tool a bit better. But only two picks today, and the reason why, firstly, there is a lot of games, but there's also a lot of game time decisions as well. And a lot of the times my YouTube picks, they don't cash because I get screwed on some bullshit, and I don't want to get into that today. So I picked two players where I feel their minutes are extremely reliable in the situation that they're currently in. I like their matchup, yada, yada, yada. Now let's talk about it. The first one is my man Kyle Filipowski. And we've bet on this many times before, and I've shared this bet many times before. And I've won a lot more than I have lost when I bet on Filipowski. And the main reason is this. We've got Laurie Marketing is out. John Collins is out. Walker Kessler is out. Kyle Filipowski is going to see some minutes today. And when he sees minutes, he produces. So he's projected to play 33 minutes in this game. All I'm looking at here is games without Walker Kessler where he sees at least 30 minutes of action. We're betting on his points and rebounds, must I say. But his rebounds look okay. Points look good too. But I'm betting on both of those things. And the reason why, hit this in 6 out of 7 games, playing more than 30 minutes without Walker Kessler, averaging 28.7 points and rebounds per game. He's up against the Indiana Pacers today. The Pacers have their own game time decisions to worry about. But even if everybody shoots up the Pacers, Filipowski and his minutes, I feel like they're pretty much blowout proof at this point. The Jazz don't have many bodies, especially in the front court. So Filipowski, for his development, I should still see at least 30 minutes in this game. Now, the matchup here is a good one against the Pacers. They do allow the 7th most points and rebounds to centers on the season. The Pacers, their average when it comes to points allowed to spot up shooters, 14th. So it's not an easy matchup or a difficult one for him in terms of that play type. But they do allow the 7th most points in the restricted area as well, right around the basket. Flip does score the majority of his points around the basket as well. Looking at the trends from the season, he's played them once this season, sorry. And it was this year in February. Scored 17 points in only 14 minutes. 17 points and rebounds in only 14 minutes. He'll get double the minutes there. I'm not saying he gets double the production, but what I'm saying is I like it. I like Kyle Filipowski today to get some points, to get some rebounds. Should be a pretty fast-paced game with the Pacers, of course. So, like in Filipowski, if you had to choose between the points and the rebounds, I would probably lean more towards the rebounds, but that's only because, I don't know. I saw that game against Charlotte where we bet on him, and he shot like an absolute drunk idiot. He was 0 from 8 to start the game. If that happens again, might be a little bit difficult to get the point side of things, but rebounds, that should be there given the minutes. So I do like Filipowski boards slightly more than the points, but I am just playing both of them. But if you had to choose between one, I'd probably say jump on the boards. The second pick that I've got for you that I've got down, someone that we bet on recently, managed to just get the win on him. We're going OKC versus the Houston Rockets, and I'm taking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 31.5 points in this one. And the 31.5 is pretty crucial. If this moves to 32.5, I'd probably see if I could buy a 31.5 and maybe throw in an extra leg, whether it be OKC money line or whatever it may be, to get better odds if it does get juiced. But with SGA, he's always hovering around here. So every point matters when you're betting on him. But I personally think he can blow it out of the water today. And the whole reason is this. I think this is a really nice bounce back spot for SGA. So we took the bet on SGA against the Detroit Pistons to score more than 32.5, and he finished on 33. That's how sharp some of the lines can be with SGA. But in this particular game, it's not like he wasn't trying. He shot the ball 26 damn times. Unfortunately, he only shot 38% from the field. Now, SGA is one of the most efficient scorers in basketball these days. So what I did is I looked at every single game this season. I went on Props Madness, looked at every single game. I filtered specifically by his field goal percentages. And what I found was this. So I was looking specifically at the number of times he shot less than 40% from the field. And I'll show it to you now. So he shot less than 40% from the field in 10 games this season, right? 10 games, he shot less than 40% from the field. And what I figured, I went through every single game to see how does he bounce back. And this is what I found. In 9 of the 10 games where he shot less than 40% from the field, the following game, he shot better than 40%. In 6 of those games, he shot better than 50% from the field. So chances are we do see better efficiency from SGA. There's only one game out of those 10 where he didn't get better. 9 out of 10 times, he's going to shoot a lot better in the bounce back game. So I'm thinking SGA brings back that efficiency, shoots a higher percentage today against the Houston Rockets. Now, the question is, the Houston Rockets are a good defense, right? So what's the matchup like? Are we going to see volume? And I've got to tell you, this is an excellent matchup for volume. It's why I bet on SGA the last couple of times he's played the Houston Rockets this season, because the Houston Rockets don't double much. They don't send much help. They force high usage guards like SGA to play one-on-one. And this is the reason why they don't allow points to spot-up shooters, right? They allow the second fewest points to spot-up shooters. But it's also the reason why they allow the second most points to pick-and-roll ball handlers, the fourth most points in isolation. That accounts for almost 18 points per game for SGA, just those two play types alone. So it's a perfect matchup for SGA to get volume. I think he sees a lot of shots in this game. And I also think we're going to get a bounce back spot in terms of his efficiency. If we look at how SGA's played against this Houston Rockets team this year, he's over this line in 3 out of 4 games, averaging 36 points per game. The only game where he went under, he played 29 minutes, scored 29 points in a 19-point blowout win. Now, we've got a 7-point spread here. No Dylan Brooks for the Houston Rockets. But I don't think it's going to be as dramatic as a 20-point blowout. OKC should get a comfortable win, but I also think SGA should still see enough minutes, usage, and volume to hit this line. So we're going into the back end of the season, and normally teams sitting where OKC is sitting are looking for every opportunity to rest their stars. But in SGA's case, like I spoke about the last time in my last video against the Detroit Pistons, he's still pushing that case for MVP. Even though I think he wins it, the Joker's still out there doing crazy things. SGA didn't do crazy things against the Pistons, so I think he's still going to be motivated as hell to put his name back out there. So I'm liking SGA to score some points today. Apologies for the long-winded explanation, but I've got a bit more energy in the tank because I didn't film any content last time. So this is what I look and sound like when I've got some sleep, well rested, bit of load management. But SGA, I like him to score some points today. Over 31.5. Let's go. Pumping the brakes real quick. Not only to ask you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment down below, but also to let you know about a new partnership that I have. It's actually it's something that I've just started using as well. I want to introduce you to Playerprofit.com. So what Playerprofit.com is, it's basically a platform that funds sports bettors. Like, if you can prove that you're a profitable sports bettor, where you can improve a bankroll by 20% without dropping it by 15%, they'll give you a funded account. And what that means with a funded account, they'll give you $1,000 up to $100,000 to bet with. And the best part is you're not betting with your own money. You just have to pay a small challenge fee to get started. And if you pass, meaning there's 2 phases, you get access to their bankroll. And when you're betting with their bankroll, which is, I assume, a lot bigger than yours, when you win, you keep 70% of the profits. They take 30%, which is fair. They're fronting all the cash at the end of the day. You just bring the skill of sports betting. So let's say you're currently betting $100 units, but you don't have 5K or 10K as a bankroll behind you. This is perfect. You could be placing those same bets with $1,000 units instead if you wanted to, and not stress about losing your own cash because it's not your money on the line. So I'm going to show you guys how it looks, how to get a challenge, and I'll leave a discount code as well because I can give you 10% off each challenge anyway. So let's jump into it. So this is the dashboard that you get to see for Player Profit. What you can see here is I'm doing a 5K challenge, and I'll show you what the challenges look like in a second, meaning I would have $5,000 to play with. So I got $5,000 equity. I've placed 2 bets already. And you can see it here, put $100 in SGO over 31.5 points. I've also put $100 on Kyle Filipowski to go over 10.5 rebounds. So let me take you through the challenges, how to get funded and what it looks like. So when you land on this page, you get to choose what bankroll do you want to purchase at. Obviously, with these bigger bankrolls, it's going to cost you quite a bit to get started. If you're looking for a $100,000 bankroll, that's going to cost you $1,000 to get started with the challenge. And it's not something that I would encourage anybody to do. But just looking at the basic plan where you could buy a $1,000 bankroll for betting with only for $29.99. Basically, there are 2 phases. It's like a trial period, you would say. It's 15 picks per phase. And what your goal is to make 20% profit, pretty much. So I want you to think about it like this. If you purchase a $1,000 bankroll, your unit size would then be $10. Your goal is to run this account from $1,000 up to $1,200. And if you can do that, you'll move to phase 2. And once you get to phase 2, the exact same rules apply. And if you pass that challenge, then you are funded. Meaning once you get to that funded part and your account is at $1,400 to $1,500, anything you win from that point onwards, you get to keep 70% of it. And you're not playing with your own money. So that's pretty much how it works. In terms of the picks, let me show you that. So when it comes to the picks, it works very much like a traditional sports book, which is good. So for someone who doesn't get an opportunity to bet money line, spread, totals, or if you're forced to do parlays, Player Profit might be perfect for you because you could use this the way you normally would use a sports book. There's baseball, basketball, ice hockey, MMA, soccer, and tennis right now. But if we just use basketball as the example, let me show you the range that's available in terms of props. So looking at this Kings game, Kings versus the Hornets, you can bet alternate totals, right? So if you're going to do some bitch-ass parlays, you can build parlays as well. You can do spreads, totals, money line. You've got assists, points, rebounds for every single game on the NBA. And what I love about this is a lot of the lines, I would say, they're pretty fair lines as well. So it's not like they're giving you awful lines to work with. They're giving you great lines to work with here. So when you go to sign up for your challenge, I'll leave a link for it down below. But if you don't use my link, you could use my discount code while you're on here. And as you can see, once you enter the affiliate code, you'll save 10% on every challenge that you choose to buy. So I'm going to be running, I'm playing this personally, as you can see. I bought the $5,000 package. So at $5,000, I should be running with $50 units, but Me being a little bit aggressive with it because I want to move faster. I want to get to that next stage. Going a little bit harder. I'm playing my units at $100, even though I've only got a 5K bankroll, but we're ready to move. Like, I'm really keen to get into this to see how far I can progress. So if you're interested in checking out Playerprofit, if you have a small bankroll and you want to bet with a large one, check it out. Or if you've got a large bankroll already, but aggressively want to play with bigger money and bet bigger stakes, or if you've got the funds to buy a more expensive challenge, or if you think you're good at sports betting and you don't have the bankroll to make it happen, then Playerprofit might be just for you. Now, before you go anywhere, I do have two leans to talk you through as well. And I've got two leans, and I think they're pretty good picks. It's just, yeah, I'm a little bit uncertain right now. And I'll give you a complete transparency around the reasons why. We're still in that Thunder versus Rockets game, and the lean that I have right now is Jalen Green under 20.5 points. Now, he's been balling. Like, if you look at his last 15 games, he's been crushing this number. But the whole angle here on Jalen Green is that he's going to have to deal with Lou Dort, unfortunately for him. And it's the Dortcher chamber, right? So this is somewhat of a system play. You take high usage guards against OKC, provided Lou Dort is playing, you bet they're under, and you'll win more times than you'll lose. You can see it here. 7 out of the last 8 similar players of Jalen Green have gone under this points line. Difficult matchup. They allow the 7th fewest points in the pick and roll. They allow the fewest points in transition. So we're looking at almost more than half of Jalen Green's points already. He's got a ridiculously difficult matchup for him. 2nd fewest points above the break. 2nd fewest points allowed in the restricted area. It's an awful matchup. And the good thing is we've got some sample size of data where they've played each other. He's versed OKC 4 times already this season. And in those games, he's gone under in every single one. He's averaging 13.3 points per game against OKC. His shot percentage is terrible. Shot over 40% once. So shot less than 40% in 3 of those games. Even if you're just looking at his attempts, he's averaging 12 shot attempts per game against OKC on the season, averaging 17 shot attempts. So it's difficult for him to get shots off in this type of matchup. And it's most likely going to be difficult once again. So the only reason I'm not betting it is because I don't like betting unders. And it's not because I'm blind to the fact that unders have a higher hit rate than overs. It's that I bet because I enjoy it. And when I bet unders, it makes me sick to my stomach, especially when I lose them. But I probably still will bet this. I'm just not going to bet it right now. I go to bed, I wake up with a little bit more confidence than I have right now, and I'll probably take this provided the line doesn't move. But I do like Jalen Green under 20.5 points. My other lean here is on Devin Booker to go over 26.5 points. Now, he just versed the Boston Celtics not too long ago, about a week ago. In that game, only scored 14 points, only took 13 shot attempts. In that game, I bet he's over 25.5 points. I took the over with confidence because this matchup is perfect for Devin Booker. He was being a little bitch at the time. Didn't want to shoot it. He was happy to pass it off. I think 3 or 4 role players took more shot attempts than Devin Booker in that game. And it's not because the Boston Celtics forced the ball out of his hands. He just wasn't interested. But now Kevin Durant's gone down. And without Kevin Durant, I know it's a 1-game sample since, but he went crazy. 32 shot attempts against the Milwaukee Bucks, scoring 39 points. Now, the Boston Celtics are a better defense, but this matchup is a lot better for Devin Booker to get some volume off. Very similar to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, this is ideal for Devin Booker. Now, if we look at the play type analysis, the Boston Celtics allow the 6th most points to pick and roll ball handlers in the league. They don't allow points to spot up shooters. They don't allow points off screens. So it's going to be more difficult for Devin Booker to fire off those assists because this matchup is built for him for volume, to take shots. The only reason I'm not betting this for Devin Booker is because I just can't trust him. He broke me a little bit the last time he played Boston, didn't want to shoot the ball, but now KD's out. It's likely that he has to shoot the ball, even with Bradley Beal back, but I think he's on a minutes restriction. I think Devin Booker puts up some volume today, but just like the Jalen Green bet, I like it. I don't know. I'm not feeling it right now. When I wake up in the morning, I might feel a little bit different. But this matchup, the fact that KD's not there, it makes perfect sense that Devin Booker plays almost 40 minutes tonight and shoots the ball like crazy. Not in terms of his efficiency, but he should take a lot of volume. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel. I don't know if you feel confident enough to take it, but those are the 2 leans that I've got for you right now. Outside of that, there's just game time decisions all over the place. And the last thing I want to do is bet early, get screwed by lineups, but even give you leans on stuff that I can't necessarily rely on because the lineups aren't set yet. So for those in my winnable, you guys will get everything an hour before the first game starts. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I do thank you if you made it this far in the video, though. Drop me a comment down below. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want access to my straight picks, the link's down there in the video description as well. And if you're interested in checking out Playerprofit, go ahead and do so. If you're a little bit unsure about it, just buy the cheapest plan possible. $29, play around with it, see if you can get yourself funded, and you might have $1,000 bankroll to play with. But I do hope you guys absolutely cash out on this massive slate of games. Best of luck to you and best of luck to me. Let's go.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.